We are living through bloody September. I wake up, there is a leftist attack. I wake up, there is a leftist attack. I wake up, there is a leftist attack. Get it through your minds. Fix it in your brain. Activate the little gray cells. This will not go away. This is not going to get better on its own. This is not going to stop until it's stopped. I don't know how many more times I have to say this. The bullets will keep flying until we stop the bullets from flying. Christian students, Catholic schools, conservative campus leaders like the man who sat in this chair right here, and Hillary Clinton up on TV. White Christian men. You heard her say it. White Christian men. White Christian men. White Christian men. She says it over and over and over to remind you and to remind all of her little violent acolytes who the targets are. White Christian men. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Over and over and over. And you hear it from Jimmy Kimmel against ICE. You hear it from Hillary Clinton just this morning on MSNBC. Van Jones targeting Charlie Kirk just the day before. CNN. And then they want to get all mad at me because I go on CNN and I say we are facing asymmetric civil warfare. Well, what are you going to call it? What are you going to call it? How many more friends in boxes do I got to have? ICE agents. How many more? Mike Davis is our guest right now. Mike, walk us through the legal authorities and the legal actions that can be taken here.
Well, first of all, I want to say, Jack, you literally wrote the book on Antifa, right? You served for years as an intel operative. You wrote an Antifa publication years ago. You wrote on Humans about the communist revolutions. That's what they're doing now. The left is running a Marxist revolution, and they are rounding up these radical groups on, racial grievances, gender chaos, that the Antifa foot soldiers, they are running, as you said, asymmetrical civil war in America, and we need to wake up to that fact. So in addition to designating Antifa as a foreign terrorist organization and using our RICO statutes to dismantle Antifa and these other left-wing groups, including George Soros and its octopus of network of all these left-wing radical violent groups, you can also have federal, state, and local prosecutors use simple conspiracy statutes to take out these left-wing organizations. For example, if you're attacking police officers or you're attacking federal ICE agents, you can charge those people with assaults, and you can charge anyone who supported them with conspiracy or aiding and abetting that assault. These prosecutors across America need to take off the gloves and be more aggressive, go after them legally, politically, financially, and destroy them. These are not liberals with whom we can debate. These are leftists, and they want to kill us. Charlie Kirk learned that the hard way, and this is not going to stop. These leftists are only going to get more emboldened. We're going to see copycats like we're seeing now. And until we drop the hammer on them, the legal, political, and financial hammer on these left-wing groups and their cheerleaders like Governor Gavin Newsom and other Democrat politicians, until we go after these groups and dismantle them and throw these groups and their supporters in prison, this is only going to get worse.
And we're just getting breaking news now. The death toll has now risen to 4, including the shooter himself. And so 4 dead at an ICE facility in Dallas. 3 were shot indiscriminately through the window. He was targeting the agents, ended up shooting detainees. The 3rd detainee who was in critical condition, this according to local news, has passed. And the shooter himself took himself out up on that roof. The crazed Marxist leftist went up there. You know,
Yeah,
Mike,
what a
you've
loser.
been,
What a
and you're
loser.
right. I've done the infiltration of Chaz. I've done Deplorable. I've gone up against these guys from time to time. We have Pete Hegseth at Deplorable, who's now the Secretary of War. And I've written the book talking about this thing. Mike, what is it about conservatives, particularly in Washington, D.C., that makes them not care about this threat and not give it the gravity that it deserves? They want to talk to you about some, they'll talk to you all day long, talk your ear off about some group 5,000 miles away or 6,000 miles away. But when I come up here and say, hey, this group is going to shoot your kids at school or shoot your friend at his next event, they say, oh, well, that's terrible. But, what can we do? What can we do? Our hands are tied. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, I think too many Republicans, too many conservatives in Washington, D.C. are cowards. I call them the string orchestra on the Titanic. They want to look majestic while the ship is going down. And what's good about President Trump and his team is they are bold and fearless, and they don't care about being the acceptable Republicans at the country club or the city club in Washington, D.C. So I have full confidence in President Trump and Tom Homan and Kristi Noem and Pam Bondi and their teams at the Justice Department and DHS, Stephen Miller. I have full confidence that they're going to take this seriously. We're going to treat this as a criminal enterprise, a RICO conspiracy, a terrorist conspiracy, and they need to make this a whole of government approach to wipe out Antifa and Trans-Tifa and all these other left-wing radical groups who are literally trying to kill the president of the United States twice, trying to kill his supporters successfully like they did with Charlie Kirk, and now trying to take out federal law enforcement. And let's be crystal clear about this. These Democrat politicians like Gavin Newsom are cheering on this violence. And too many of these Democrats, this is going to be controversial, but I don't care. Too many Democrats, the only regrets they have about this shooting today at this ICE facility, the only regret they have is that illegal immigrants got killed instead of federal ICE officers. And I don't say that lightly, but that's what we're up against with today's Democrat Party. They are the today's Democrat Party is the party of violence.
They want us dead. This isn't a both sides issue. The bullets are flying in one direction. They want you dead. They want your kids dead. They want your friends dead. They want your family dead and bloodied. They will shoot your children while they're in church. They will shoot your friends for trying to have a discussion, and they will celebrate on it.